I'm really interested in how much content do you guys think is going to be added in the season updates? Like, I was thinking, like, are we going to get new skills in a season update ever, or is that going to be DLC only? Just imagine how insane it would be if we got one or two new skills every season. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
I
Joe
doubt it.
Shelley, the lead designer, like he said, the seasons are going to be meaty. That was the exact quote. They want to do meaty, big seasons, continual live service support. I don't know what that really means, but
okay, big chunky ones. Okay, like new bosses, new content. I mean, with it being like having this open world stuff, there's a lot more things that they can do in terms of like events and like with seasons or whatever else. There can be all kinds of new world events and that kind of thing. So I mean, they're not painted into a corner. They've kind of opened the options that they can add in terms of new content, even if it's like monthly new shit that's going on.
Yeah. I love events and stuff, and what I really hope, like, because it is like, it's not just strictly an ARPG, it is a bit like MMO light, I've seen people calling it, because of the open world stuff. I personally, I love, like, the gathering event in World of Warcraft for the Gates of Ankh-Morpork? Probably my favorite gaming event in all my entire life.
I had a fun
I
time.
would love to see shit like that in D4. Anyone done?
Because I didn't know this.
New challenger.
So it was like the entire server has to gather like loads of resources, like wood, a bunch of different stuff, and I can't remember exactly how it worked. It was so long ago, but was it like the guild that helped gather the most was able to become emperor of the gates or something? I can't remember the exact things, but the opening on Crush, I don't think anything in gaming history will ever be that for me.
Dude, yeah, I agree. I was playing during that. You know what my favorite part of that was? We were going to be like, we were the top contributor, gonna get the Karaji warm out and all that kind of stuff. And they had a Tichondrius. I was on a newer server called Calicos at the time. They gave a free transfer from Tichondrius onto our server. So one of the fucking guilds from that server came onto our server right at the beginning of that event, and then fired it off and did all the shit, like turned it all in, and kind of fucked us. So yeah, that was great. I love that event.
I would love to see things like that though, with the fact that it does have a bit of an MMO light and not just like single player for anyone. Feel to have like people feeling like they're working together. Like that was really cool when I was actually there was one event on my barb I was really struggling with because I built
clear skies, ready for another beating.
So I was just like, I can't do anything unless things are hitting
Daily
me.
beating.
And it was the one where things are like trying to go towards the demon
Torture.
in the middle. And I was like,
I'm ready.
I have no single target damage unless they
See
hit
what
me.
cheap stuff this
And then
guy can
some
do.
sword came by and saved me, and I was like, oh, that's really nice. I'm very happy there's somebody here. So that was good. I like that, like interacting with people that way is fun.
Oh, I had a question thing. The fortresses. The
Nice.
fortresses. I had to get other people that weren't on that part of the campaign to invite me in order to reset them. So do they reset daily? Because you can reset the dungeons, but like the fortresses, I know there's supposed some of them turn into a town, like a waypoint, and like other dungeons that open up inside them. But
Alright, that was close, you know. If I had a little bit more health, could have won.
The fortresses, or was it supposed to be a daily thing,
I
or
didn't think
what?
it was supposed to reset at all.
Yeah, I think everyone there with jumping to a different shard of uncompleted.
It was the place they get the fucking scattered prisms for shotgunning shit. There's the chest out of there, or one of the few. The cursed chest inside there, or the resplendent chest that were behind the ice, was like a pretty good source for that, because everyone was dead at hardcore couldn't get a fucking kill on the world boss. Actually, I don't think anyone on hardcore killed the world boss, because everyone that tried it early on, did they win? Which one? Yeah, the world boss on hardcore.
Yeah, I think you killed it with like the first one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Really? I thought everyone fucking died because no one was prepared.
Yeah, a few people killed. So Ben actually almost put it down solo because he had like overfarm level and Storch. He had like pretty good combo.
Oh, okay. I just didn't. I know people killed it on software, but I thought everyone died.
Yeah, a lot of people died. I wonder. By the way, is that he's not supposed to be a super high level one.
Oof, that was close.
I have no idea. They did show other world
See that
bosses.
sidestep
I don't know
that
if
he
there's, like,
did?
a world boss in each area.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, it seemed like the whole area down there was meant for it, no?
Yeah. Like a
Yeah.
little arena.
Oh, someone in Justice was a level 45 that was scaled down. Cool. Oh, and it changes with the tiers. That makes sense. I was a little surprised how much loot it was dropping, especially at that level.
Cheap
and I
ass
was
moves.
moving
Look.
some itemization stuff. I
Not
was just a
cheap,
little bit
man.
surprised of how many red
Paul doesn't have a
had
good
at level
flying kick, so
25.
that's one thing. He don't have that. He got
I think from what
scissor
I recall,
kicks,
people were
but
saying that
it's so easy to punish it if you only block it, then you can do anything you want. Look, this guy don't want to play.
Is this the amount
Because
of loot
he's a
we're
god.
going to have in terms of legendaries? 'Cause
Why don't you
full
play
set
in
of
rank
legendaries
then?
at 25,
See, you didn't even get to learn
for
anything.
me, honestly,
That's why I
loot
don't
is the
like
change
this
of the
game, man.
word, like the
Every
name.
single time, man. Unless maybe
Yeah,
that person's gonna
do a
eat
lot,
or
because it
whatever,
just
you
doesn't
know.
feel very
But
legendary.
they're not.
Decked out in gear and
that's what they do, man.
Yeah, I think they're just going a different
All of
approach
these
legendaries to
type of
Diablo
games,
4.
when
It's
they
not like
win,
the same tier
they
in
just fuck
Diablo
off.
2 or Diablo 3. They're kind of just like
I'll play anybody.
stack.
At least a
Build
few
new
rounds in it,
classes.
why not?
They're just all interchangeable at this point, right? Because you're always just going to be on the lookout for a good rare, a good legendary to do like your reroll after, except for cultists, and you can always
Anyway.
freely swap aspects. So it's
Right.
not really the same. Like, you
That's
need
why this game
60%
sucks, man.
we are gonna need
Fucking trash.
legendary quality, and I don't know if you've seen the data mine stuff. There's some data
Unless they put me on the payroll, then I'll say it's a
some
good
are
game
pretty
and that you should
insane.
buy it.
But yeah, like legendaries aren't really legendaries. They're kind of just like enhanced rares with build enabling affixes that are interchangeable.
If they were right, if they were the color purple and it didn't say legendary, people wouldn't have thought twice about it. Like, I hope they nerf the legendary because like it's a part of the. They're not that much better than rares, and it's just. I mean, I feel like that's the core of like crafting is pretty much the
Couple
legendary
people-
aspects. If
no,
you got
let
a
me
good
see.
roll on it and the right one.
That
No.
was actually the problem for me.
Maybe I
with
can
learning. It's just like,
play with some,
as someone growing up with WoW, like one person
Sometimes they
on
don't
the server having
respond, so what can
Thunder
you do?
Fury, like, I think I wouldn't have had an issue with it if they called it epic. It was just the wording for me, like, it was a little reductive for me. So it is like a small thing to whine about.
Right.
But people in chat are saying that most people are saying boost or loot was boosted for the beta.
Well,
Wonder what it's gonna be like.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, because it's one of those things. Like, isn't this a good test bed for it? So maybe they're using the data for this to like help balance out.
Did any of the devs confirm it or anything?
Stupid
I didn't see
name.
any posts saying that it was boosted. I think people were just speculating that it was.
I haven't seen any confirmation either. No.
Beyond the naming scheme, though, like, what did you think about the actual drops? Like, the fact that you get all those aspects. Well, they're not what are they actually? Like, the second part of the legendary. Because, like, they would both be an aspect. Like, there would be an aspect you pick up from a dungeon, but are they also just aspects when you talk about them on the legendary?
Yeah,
I
it is.
refer to them as aspects, and I don't
Pop kick.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Keisha, how do you feel about itemization?
Out of all of the things that I was trying to figure out, because like crafting's like one of the things I really like to dig into. I guess I'm kind of concerned that there's not more
Oh well.
types available, because a lot of them, it seems like there's a lot of stuff. Hopefully we just haven't seen them. I would imagine though, like at level 25, you would probably see most of them to some degree. There was I don't know. I mean, I like the way the crafting is. I feel like a lot of it is farming gold and upgrading your equipment after you get like a good roll of a rare, and then putting a sick aspect on it, and then doing all the thing, running it through like all the different upgrade shit through the vendors. I think it's kind of cool, but I would like to see more stuff available on items, because it feels like there's a lot of stuff like kind of missing to kind of make your builds a little bit more unique.
Right. A lot of dead attributes, and it's so weird. They took some of like the weird secondary attributes from like Diablo 3, like range damage reduction and melee damage reduction. And they put more limitations on it, but like range damage reduction from elite. And they're like, why was even like one of the primary like attribute rolled on my piece of gear? Like they did do like some good things, like the plus skill stuff is extremely build enabling.
Right.
Like different damage scaling, like more damage over time. Like the close combat stuff, that's all right. They did like some elemental stuff. There's some those affix are so good, but then there's also just some like the dead weight affix. You're like, why do these even exist? Like, give them their own slot, or to like just remove them, or put them like some other place on like the skill tree if you really want that stuff. Or maybe Paragon Force too. Paragon Force, we don't really know too much about it. Sure. It's just like too specific of stats that often aren't utilized for your core build, so it just kind of seems meaningless. You're like, why?
A lot of dead stats. I'm still really concerned about the stun thing. Like, you know, the only thing that I saw was like damage reduction while crowd controlled. So like you could go all in and like, well, I'm gonna get stunned. So if I get stunned, you know, I've got some good damage reduction there. I will say the damage reduction for close and like, you know, whatever else is fucking really strong. Really strong. Like it's
all right, come on, dude.
Well. Like
let's
that
go.
percentage is like super. What do you refer to it as when they math like the percentages is like, what do you say, like a global thing? When it's like when it's more perfected to like the overall like
Look, fucking Dalcine. Fucking hell, man. How are you hitting from over there? Just don't understand. Fucking stupid, dude. How the hell are you hitting from so far away?
It was better than I thought it would be. Because I think, like, once you start... Okay, so once you actually...
Just don't get it.
You don't get the level 2 items that early. Like, I don't think they spawn in the very first tier. Come a little later. I think once they start inhabiting the items, it's... You get...
That doesn't... Look!
Like,
fucking far away. Look.
Ones, but there's so many I want to avoid. Like, not bad ones you want to avoid, but there are specific ones that are really good for what you're doing. And then there are some that's like kind of mid for what you're doing. I don't think it's and resistances I think are going to be important later on. I think right now people probably like they see resistor like who gives, you know, like whatever about that. But I think that would be important to find the right. You can just see the dragon, like, especially early on at least. You definitely want to get your resist. You want. So I think there is more there. I would like to see some more unique affixes here and there. Sure. I think they could add a little bit more. I don't know exactly what it should be, but I kind of like those. I didn't feel that there were any dead stats. It's just like they might not be perfect for my build.
And
but that's like every RPG.
What they showed previously in one of the developer blog posts, it looks like a lot of the resistances are going to come from the Paragon board, right? Because you have like different tiers of nodes, right? Like the common, rare, magic ones, and you have like your legendary nodes. But at least from the original plan of what they highlighted the Paragon board before, you're going to get a lot of like attribute points and resist, and then you're going to like these legendary nodes, and then there's kind of like these threshold dual type systems, like the lifts on the Paragon board. Kind of like big path of exile where you'll socket something, a glyph. I don't know how you earn them, but you'll socket the glyph and then it'll enable stuff within an area and do stuff, and then you take other Paragon boards and you like flip them through and you attach them to your Paragon boards. So I don't know what it evolved into, but that's what they originally showcased.
See, my hotkick's enough shit compared to everyone else's. When I do the hotkick, it doesn't don't do shit.
Was attributes meaning so little early on.
Yes.
Because they're generally like I am a barb, I like strength. I'm building some strength. It should be my primary one. I should feel as if my primary stat benefits me in some way really well. That would be nice. So I think the stats are very underwhelming, especially early on.
Right.
I do think they could bring up like the numbers. That doesn't mean that endgame they need to be higher, but maybe have them have more impact early on. So that would be nice.
I think that's a big problem with the percentage base and not flat. Because when you're going to have a percentage base, like getting 0.1% damage early in is always ever going to do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And strength is good because it's flat armor. It's one of the better ones.
Yeah. Wilson actually deals with it in a better way. Surprisingly, I've been playing Wilson for the past 3 days. Where if you take a bunch of stats early, you kind of end up getting punished for leveling in a way, because your stats, like the same amount of stats, it matter more at a low level than at a high level. But like, and I would prefer that, because what I really hated was until I started getting some of the more interesting stuff that I I cared about. It felt very green arrow equals equip. And that felt a little too risky for me. I was like, I mean, it's green. And like,
Yeah.
it wasn't until like level 15, 20-ish that I was like, okay, this is green, but I do want the +1 Hydra.
Oh, Nudie. I got you on the dead stats, okay?
Okay.
Plus all stats. Actually a dead stat because fucking no matter what class you play, only 2 of the attributes are going to be useful to you essentially. Like playing a barb, the int. I know a lot of. I think both the rogue and the sork both get crit off the int. I think the barb definitely does not. For every I think 20 points of intellect, you get +1 all the good as a barb. And dex, same thing. Like I think it takes like 40 dex for 1% of crit, some shit like that. So yeah, the plus all stats I think is pretty much worthless for like anything.
I just think they didn't manage to make stats in general feel as if they had any like significance for any character.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
We're
that's
gonna
just
do
levels.
They were gonna originally do action point allocation for level up, but I guess they ended up removing that out of the game at some point in time because that was not playable on the beta anymore. And then yeah, willpower it mostly granted like overpowered damage or like increased healing. So maybe there is some like crazy like percent build or like support build or maybe some overpowered tech later on late game. But overpower is interesting, right? Because you have to go damage and then you would really use it for like 25 seconds. What's that yellow number
Yeah.
come from? Oh, that's actually the same damage, but it was scaled up to crazy during the beta. I tried doing it, but
Right.
it wasn't like too long.
Well, it was so undependable.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of those actually. The lucky proc, the overpower, and crit. Because then you have like interesting ways to build around. And maybe there'll be something where you don't take either of those for whatever reason. And people are like, well, isn't that just crit and crit 2 and crit 3? And I was like, yeah, but it's an interesting way to build because with the lucky proc, you can make like basically a proc-based build. I started doing it already on my sword, where I had I think it was a 30% chance on lucky hit. Anytime I dealt fire damage or any damage, my ice now was a proc. And I'm actually at my lucky proc to 20 or 25, so my Hydra is actually procking my ice now quite a lot. And imagine if I had that at 100, the Hydra hits so much, if 2 Hydras down, it's just going plink, 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 loads of ice nowadays. So I really enjoy that.
One thing I like about Lucky Proc as well, so what happens when you're making skill choices is rather than just looking at the raw damage number, you sometimes end up looking at, you know, what procs better. Like what is a skill that does a thing to enable the other thing, rather than just the skill doing more damage than the other. So you end up with maybe a different skill that you would normally use that might not be considered the best if you're only using the skill for what it normally does, but you end up using for its other purpose.
Yeah, one of the other.
Just to wrap it up with the Lucky Proc, I think they actually did a really good job with that set because it's never the same thing for the different characters, depending on how you spec it. It's always something different.
Yeah, the lucky hit stuff. One of the only ones that I really saw on Barb that seemed really useful was what was the only one that I remember seeing was the chance to execute non-elites. And I didn't really see any other ones that really kind of stuck out. Right.
I think everyone gets that, but it can also be something else.
Right, it'll proc something else as well. Or I guess if you have an aspect that can use it. So the lucky hit is it? So if you get like a lucky hit like proc because you've got a little bit more of it or whatever, anything that will apply from lucky hit will all fire off at once. Is that like the consensus, or they all have like their own like chance, I guess.
Okay, the way I understand it is that a lucky hit will have a chance to proc an effect. And so depending on the skill, it has a lucky hit percentage. Certain skills will have a 30% chance, other skills with a 100% chance. So every time you hit with a skill, you get the lucky hit. And then you can have like a proc that has whatever when lucky hits. So there's like a double thing. First you need to hit the lucky proc, and then there's gonna be a proc on that lucky hit. So sometimes it's a 30% chance to vulnerability when lucky,
Right.
as sometimes it's spawn a blizzard, sometimes it's so
Those nice
certain
hits.
skills which have a really high chance, like just lucky drop all the time. And then you get the other secondary.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see any good ones for Barb, I guess.
Nah, I don't think there really is any.
It's also kind of disappointing that Barb didn't get access to the master.
Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, the mass rating for Barb and Rogue seems like much less interesting than the short one. I think the short one is such a well executed idea. And another streamer, Rise2T, had a really good idea where every class should have that. Every class should have the one the mass rating short had, and at least 2, and then short should have 4. I think that was a really good idea. It would open up for so many more builds and just interesting stuff in general.
I don't even know what the Barb one was. What was the Barb specialization? Because I didn't.
It's weapon specific.
Just like axes, more damage to the axes or whatever.
Yeah. And then it has like a secondary depending on what weapon you choose. So you get like the weapon thing, and then you get the secondary thing depending on the weapon.
Right, okay. What gems were you guys using on your weapons?
Depending on the build, either like auto attack ones or damage over time ones or some overpower stuff. Yeah, just swap them out to try to set up before.
It seemed like the basic attack ones seemed like the most powerful ones, unless you're doing life on hit, you know. Or not life on hit, life on kill or whatever. Everything else seemed kind of pointless for Barb, I guess.
I didn't care that much about gems, except for skulls into my range. That seems completely broken.
Oh, which one is it?
It's armor, but it's 5 flat armor, and it gives way more than it probably should. So you basically go from like 25 damage reduction to 75 damage reduction just by something your range. Not quite. It's a lot. It's more than it should.
Yeah, but you need to. And the thing is, you're gonna overpower, like, or over level those gems as well eventually.
Yeah.
That flat armor will be worth less than this.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really good in the beta because we like have 25.
How's it even done?
In regards to like, the character stuff this weekend for group testing also, they're going to have access to their class mastery either, which should be interesting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I think it's what it unlocks some scopes stuff, so you're not actually fully able to like test and fully experience through it either.
I think
What
they
the
should have
full
just let it unlock by default. Like as soon as you hit 50.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't want to move the quest, that's fine, but like just let it unlock by default for the beta.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like technical limitation in place that stop them from just giving all the like removing the quest requirements and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of weird to have a test and then just not have access to like your class's most powerful system, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That just makes it feel underwhelming.
How do you guys feel about the controls and stuff like that? Obviously, I was very frustrated about the mouse button one. But did either of you, or any of you try controller or anything?
I played controller on PC. It was actually extremely good. It was the inputs were fluid, and the issue that I was having on the keyboard is sometimes when I was using my skills to alternate them, like hitting your abilities, my mouse and keyboard input would not be registered. I never had that delay issue or that non-registration on the controller. And then another thing, in Dungeons is when you use shrines, you get the conduit shrine sometimes, right? And you'd be using the dungeon mouse and keyboard. The controller has this auto-aim, auto-target function, not only for mobs, but also for breakable objects. So I actually still have my controller hooked up here. So whenever I get a conduit shrine in a dungeon, I actually just swap my controller, I just literally hold A, and I ping-pong through the entire dungeon like instantaneously. It makes it so much more efficient. You don't even have to try to target stuff on mouse and keyboard. So yeah, controller actually has some benefits, but there is some downsides where your movement abilities don't go as far on controller too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can play controller, so if you're using your teleport, you can put your mouse cursor on your source farther away, teleport to that region. Controller, it's like a set distance, so your movement abilities actually traverse a smaller area.
Definitely feels like the controls
Controller felt really good though. If you have a controller, try the conduit shrine thing this weekend that whenever you get it, just hold A button and flicker strike and have it next out. It's insane.
I am not plugging a controller in my motherfucking PC. Okay, I'm sorry. Fuck this shit.
Do you hate controllers? as
Fucking
much as me?
controller lord over here. What is this?
Oh, I love you. I love you. PC, mouse, keyboard, master.
I mean, you can tell that the game is definitely like designed for playing like, on a controller, though. Yeah, the thing is that first, the click to move. I wanted to click to move. I was trying to fucking make it work. The click to move. They used an ability, and then I started realizing that like the way that this game it requires you to use your basic skill to like, use your to build your resource. That's like part of like one of the main fucking things. So it's like really kind of hard then because we only have so many skill slots. If we had a whole nother bar of skill slots that we could, because like for a game that gives you like you get a necklace and you're like, hey, plus all brawler shit, plus all this, you have so many skills that you could use that are just sitting there rotting. And it seems like a very common thing. It just kind of sucks that like we have a maximum of 6 slots. Period. I feel like that kind of sucks.
Maybe a second bar would be really nice.
Even if it was hidden.
I was so frustrated because I really hated that about D2 and D3, like move only not being there, because it's only the Diablo genre that does it. Pretty much any other ARPG I can think of is a very normal mouse button move only as an option. And everyone was like, "Sis, they have move only," and I'm like, "Oh my god, finally!" I was so excited. I opened my settings, and I had been a little negative about it. I was like, "I bet you they won't have move only," and I was like, "Oh, I was wrong." I was so excited. I opened the settings. I ungrouped them, and now I can't pick up loot.
I know,
And I'm
dude.
like, what the shit?
I know. Why would you clicking on an item? Why would it not let you pick it up? Like to talk to a vendor, you had to mouse over it and then hit whatever the fucking interact button was on your keyboard. It was so dumb, dude.
It's like, it's personal at this point. I'm like, why be so stubborn? It's like, oh.
I don't think they're being stubborn. I think someone was tasked. This would be my someone was being tasked with making a UI, and they're like, what would be the best players? We'll give them all the choice they can. They can just decide exactly what button they want to press, and they just haven't made the realization that in ARPGs in general, you have the double functionality. Because they have been out saying they would like to give us all the options that the keyboard and mouse would like. So I don't know. If we give them feedback, I would assume that they would listen and maybe do something. If not, then sure.
Yeah,
I'll agree.
that's fair. I've given the feedback very badly.
A lot of people have at this
Oh
point.
yeah.
Let's go.
Also, I did just get confirmation that the loot is tuned higher in the beta. So that's pretty good.
Good. That's good news. So you can get smacked by the butcher and fucking graze now.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Cool.
Okay, there's actually one thing about the whole movement scheme and controls that I really like. Because I hadn't thought about that before.
Okay.
Having a specific button for picking things up is the best thing ever. No, hear me out. In PoE, if you misclick just the tiniest bit, your character moves, and you're constantly moving around while clicking, rather than having where you can just go into the middle of a pile, click everything around you, and you're like, I'm just clicking, and my character's not moving. It's actually one of the most frustrating and most when you're sitting in I'm telling you, when you play PoE for a lot of hours and you're getting tired and you're just kind of trying to finicky try and hit the right thing and you start clicking and really it actually really is something that tires you out in your wrists and arms. So it's really nice having it's
good to have the option.
Yes. You should have both options. I'm just saying that something out of something I didn't know I needed to come out of it, which I really actually like.
Yeah, but I think
I'm in favor of that.
yeah, after the first 5 minutes of having to mouse over something and then hit a key on your keyboard, I think you'd get sick of it real fucking quick. Because I tried it for a while, I just couldn't get used to it. It was just like, why can't I just click on the fucking thing and it goes in my inventory,
No,
Yeah,
I
I get what you're saying.
afterwards, and I actually tried to pick it up with my pickup button. Because it already registered so well with me that this was the new way of playing the game, because it just felt natural. So everyone has to, their preference.
So when you did that, were you down a skill? You then only had 5 skills then, right?
No.
Okay.
No, you rebind the mouse 1 skill to something else.
Yeah.
So I just have another keybind on the keyboard.
Yeah, if you use the one where you have to have a force pickup move, you don't miss the skill. I actually just sacrificed the skill from mine because then you do actually get the normal move and switching. So I sacrificed the skill. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was only using 5 skills. I was like, you know what? This game is fucking easy anyway. Level 25, low level shit, I have loads of legendary. I don't need all skills. I'll just increase the difficulty a little bit. So I just had nothing on my mouse button one, and then I got my normal experience that I wanted to anyway. So I was fine.
Yeah, that's definitely a normal source enjoyer. Just Hydra, Barrier, that's it.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I just really wanted a mouse scroll wheel. From playing a lot of Diablo 3, I just wanted a force move with that, but you could bind it, but it wouldn't let me force move a mouse scroll wheel. You could like do it by using like some rebinding software and bind it to a key and then bind that key to the mouse scroll wheel, but you couldn't do it through the game. I mean, that just bypasses everything, right? You just click.
Like, I think you should have the choice to do that, because I'm a big fan of choice, but I think you're fucking psychotic. I couldn't imagine scrolling my mouse wheel to move. That is some fucking serial killer shit. Holy.
It's really, really good. You get used to it so easily. And it builds strong fingers too. Yeah. But if you ever go rock climb with Napoli, you can maybe beat them.
Yeah, you touch the mountain and the mountain just falls away.
Yeah. You just get biceps on your fingers by mouse scroll wheeling.
I want to try to keep the podcast kind of short and zippy, so is there any topics you guys are really burning to talk about?
Some loot, I guess. I guess the crafting, did we go like, I guess we kind of touched on that. It's like aspects and whatever else.
Yeah, actually, talking about unique, I initially thought that you could extract the unique power and put it on anything, and I was so disappointed when I thought that, because that was like everything was super homogenized.
Right.
But apparently that's not the case, and that makes me very happy.
Right.
Because a really, really important feature for me to ARPG is like a lot of the D2 not monetization, itemization, where you see a Viper, skin of the Viper magic, you are excited. You know what that item is. You're so excited. I really want to and hope I find that feeling in this game too, where I drop something and maybe I drop a unique ring and I'm like, ooh, is it? Is this so important? Is it? I want to be excited for items, and I hope uniques will bring that when we actually have that in the game.
Oh,
Unidentified stuff.
right. I think everything already being identified, I totally forgot about it by the time the end of the beta. But I think it's fucking kind of cool that shit's already identified. Because like that extra step, you didn't realize the kind of quality of life. I know it's like the standard, like everything. So you go to town, scrolls, you go to, I guess maybe because Deckard Cain's not the game anymore, maybe they fixed that out.
I agree. I would still want identification for unique items that have especially several unique purposes. That's something D2 did really well. But I think identification as a concept in ARPGs is super outdated. It only really makes sense in like CRPGs when there is either the fact that identification is something you need to learn that your character can't do by default, or you can equip unidentified gear and try to glean what the stats are, and they could be cursed with negative stats. Then it makes sense. But in ARPGs, identification is very outdated.
Right.
Yeah. It's the only thing we didn't really talk about that I would like to talk about is on release, there pretty much no crafting in the game besides the re-rolling at the cultists. And like potion upgrades and other stuff. Like, don't you guys feel that's kind of weird for a modern big title like Diablo 4 that even has like gathering and like resource acquisition just magically and not have like any sort of in-depth crafting at all, or even just like a more simplistic system?
Yeah, I mean, like crafting is one of my favorite things, and like it seems like what the crafting meta is obviously finding a good aspect roll that you want to use and whatever it is, and then finding a good rare that has only one dead stat on it. And then, trying to re-roll that into something with shit. I think it's part of their big gold sink. Using the crafting as a way to sink gold is not really, that doesn't really make a good crafting system. But at least there is some type of way to modify items, which is cool. But yeah, I would like to see more. Maybe there'll be more vendors Because like most of it all seems to be like based on you know, the occultist, the dual, whatever, you know, vendors. Maybe there will be more vendors that offer more interesting, you know, things for the item. Hopefully so.
I'm not. I feel like if they want to do crafting, sure they could, but it would have to be. It really have to like fit the game. I don't think it's bad to not have that much crafting, honestly, because it does. There's a flip side to it, right? If you craft, well then you're not picking up. Like then you're less incentivized to find the thing you need.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like a give and take here. Like what's good crafting, what's not good crafting, and the way the way Diablo works is I feel like with its system not being, it's not. Each individual item is not, there's not that much to it, so it's more like you want to get the right roll, so it's more about, you know, going out and finding that thing. So I don't know what they could do with crafting to really make it, you know.
We have seen in one game that does both well, because PoE has a big problem with that, right? In PoE, crafting is king. You basically only loot and identify items early game. It's traditionally not something you ever get an end-game item with. However, Last Epoch does have both exciting crafting and exciting looting, so it is possible. But yeah, I mean, there are several things that just aren't in at launch, and while that does give like some feeling of the game is a little unfinished, I think we'll probably end up seeing, maybe that's what he means, but that there's going to be meteor seasons that maybe we'll have a crafting league. And then obviously at some point we're going to get rune words back in, and we'll have a rune words specifically. And what I'm dreading the most, which we didn't talk about, set items league. Because in my opinion, set items is the reason that I don't touch Diablo 3 at all. It's
I don't like
the
sets.
feature I loved growing up. I think it's the coolest thing, and now it's the single worst game feature. I don't think any video game has ever done set items right, and Diablo 3 did it worse. And I'm specifically talking about like, play this build now. 3,000 meteor damage, 3 million meteor damage.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I've always disliked that too, because it just homogenizes the the variation of builds and all that kind of thing. On that same subject though, actually kind of, sorry, I'm gonna trail off a little bit, so if you have anything else to say about sets and shit. Is trade with players gonna be dead because of the smart loot? Are you only gonna be like, say if I'm playing a barb, am I pretty much only gonna be selling barb shit? That's all it drops for me. I guess that's
But
yeah.
okay, so for a long time, people
You can find other.
It's really rare though. It's rare. Like I found like a couple of sites and shit for a necro, but
I mean, the uniques are probably gonna drop, like, gonna be.
but isn't trading items only a beta thing?
Yes.
Some people are saying it's a bug, and I'm not sure.
Well, people had told me that loot was untradeable except for like a few rare resources and gold.
Can't you trade in party?
You're supposed to be able to trade like rares, but I don't think you're supposed to trade legendaries. But during the beta, they were tradable. If you just open the window and give it to your buddy. It didn't matter. You just couldn't trade them if you re-rolled anything. But if you made adjustments, then it would make an account bound. Yeah, you're just able to freely trade most things during the beta.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like
Less limited.
I'm just saying that like 95% of the things that you found were for your character, like if not more than that. Yeah, you could find stuff for other people, but
I found 6 items that weren't for my class. So I like that. I'm very sad about. I'm very anti-smart loot, because pretty much the only reason I ever make a new character is if I'm playing and I find like a really cool item, or like I'm playing Sork and I'm like, I find a really cool druid item. I'm like, I am gonna make a druid. This is sick. I want to use this.
Yeah. The thing is, using it partly. I like being able to find specific upgrades for your own character, whether it's via target farming or just by playing the game. But yeah, you should be able to get like cool stuff to make a new character, incentivize making a new character too. So you don't have to at least be overly smart. You want like a good trade-off.
Yeah. It's just, maybe they could even have it as an option that for people that want smart loot and only want to see stuff for their own class, they can do that. But for the people that do want to potentially find stuff for other classes, they can toggle it off. And then you will find things to either trade with other players. That would be great.
Honestly, I think that would be a good option. Like for for the people you're playing with in the group, like we're searching for this for you right now. That would be really cool. I think global trading with other players is something I think is good that's very limited. Because I have not seen any game of this scale launch without massive botting issues, if that is enabled.
Do you think there's gonna be bots based off the systems you saw?
I
with
mean,
the
that
gold?
depends on gold.
Yeah.
It's
Gold-
all down to that.
Yeah, gold seemed like it was the game was very,
Yeah.
very gold hungry no matter what, and it was tradable, right? Like, did you guys ever get a surplus of gold at all when you were playing?
No, constantly like pouring it into upgrades. But if you vendoring the stuff did yield like a good amount of gold. I felt like there was a good balance between like you vendoring a bunch of shit and then spending it on whatever. But yeah, I think the scaling might also serve as a double to prevent like botting too, because if everything's scaling up, whatever bots aren't going to be able to farm lower level areas easily without potentially dying.
I had a lot of gold. I was a sort. I didn't need to upgrade at all. Didn't bother upgrading much. Just had a lot of gold just sitting around. I was like, this is easy. Slap Hydra.
I rerolled an item one time.
People that actually had to optimize their account. That's what we're talking about. There's not people that just slapped on 2 skills and just beat the game.
It was great. I thought I had a lot of gold. I had like 200k in my inventory. I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. We can reroll a little bit. I clicked like 5 times. I had 500 gold, I think. I was like, oh, no! Because it scales up so much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like 50k.
The scary on the cultist, like your first reroll of an affix was like 2k and the second reroll was like 15k. Like, why was this jump so large? It was more like 13k.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys felt this way, but when I was doing re-rolling, I would only re-roll the affix multiple times for the more ideal one if the other one was really good. Other than that, I would just re-roll once, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, if you got up to like 4 or 5, like you were easily dumping like 150,000 gold into a fucking item. It got expensive real quick.
I want to talk about one final topic, and then I think we'll jump into everyone's final thoughts on like before they end, right? Yeah, TLDR, and if you had fun or not. So the final thing I want to talk about: how do you guys feel about the early access 4-day? Because I fucking hate it with a passion. I don't think you should be able to pay any money to be able to play before other people. And I really hate the argument that the ladder's not live yet, because the launch of the game is the most fun, no matter what.
Right.
So, I really want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Let's start with that mods.
Bro, it is so bad. I absolutely hate that they're giving 4-day early access for increased payment, but the reason why they do it is it's free money. It's like asking for Twitch Prime and Twitch Chat. You know what I mean? That's kind of like comparison of it. Like, they know that it's just free money, but the worst thing about it is most games, when they do the early access, they set the early access launch on Tuesday. Diablo 4 and Blizzard, they're setting the early access on the launch day on Friday. So if you don't pay that extra money, right, you're gonna have to wait all the way until the weekday to play, or if you have a normal job, you're gonna have to wait until the following weekend. So it's even worse than most early access things. I absolutely despise it. It doesn't matter if ladder's not out. If you're paying for a game, especially what is it, $69 or something, $79 for the base game, everyone should be able to start at the same exact time. There should be no like 4-day head start. I actually I dislike it. I can't say how much I dislike it. I really despise it. I hope they just remove that early access jump.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead. I mean, I didn't even know about that, but I mean, we have time, so like between now and then, get a job, you fucking bums. Get the fucking good deluxe one so you can get in there, you know what I'm saying? Go mow some lawns, springtime's right around the corner. I'm just kidding. Like I really hate the early, like today's a good example. I bought fucking Resident Evil 4, like the fucking deluxe one. I can't play it until fucking tomorrow. There's like 300 or 400 people fucking streaming the goddamn thing right now. Anyway, I think it's kind of dumb. All the early access shit, I feel like with any game, I know I've had a lot of benefits of playing things like kind of early access or special ones or whatever, but I feel like when a new game comes out like launch day, like everybody should be able to play it at the exact same fucking time. I don't know why the developers think like, oh well, it's midnight in Australia, so everyone's going to be asleep in the United States. Like, no, motherfucker, we play video games. Like, people take time off for this shit. So I feel like everybody should be able to play at the same exact fucking time. Regardless.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think day one experience is it's
Day
not so
one.
much about getting in and playing, it's about getting together with your friends and having like, you know, that social experience of everyone just playing at the same time. I think it's so important, and it's like it's the thing that they're essentially saying, nah, that's not important, that's not part of it.
Well,
And especially when they like make this big like so much PR, everyone come play and all of this like release on the like 6/6/23, all that the big date, and it's like nah, it's actually not. That is just like I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's also just, there's something demoralizing, at least for me, this might not apply to everybody, but if I like log into a game, say I start 4 days late, and I'm really excited to play, suddenly I see some guy like fucking max level already, they've already scored everything, it does take the wind out of my sails a little bit.
For sure, absolutely. That's a big killer.
Multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Open world where like you're not going to be able to like ignore these people running around. You won't be able to like turn it off.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a way to fucking turn off, you know, interacting with other people all the time? That's another question too, because there are people who are going to be doing weird shit like, you know, sometimes because people are definitely, if there's a way for people to grief, it's going to happen for sure.
Absolutely.
So that's a question. Does anyone know the answer? That Mons, you were like, remade a fucking Blizzard rep or something? What's going on there?
I don't know the answer. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know the answer either. I would assume no. I would assume no. But yeah, I figured as the last question, Keisha, how was your experience? Did you have fun over the weekend? Like that's
I had an amazing time.
Did you have fun?
It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I think the worst part of the whole weekend was just answering whether or not people should buy the fucking game. Because, like, I'm not the person to ask. Even when I was the brokest motherfucker you ever knew, I was like, okay, new $60 game. If I get this game, I'll save money because I won't be out spending money on food or fucking alcohol. So it was like a, you know, it was a way to save money for me. I stayed locked in my dungeon for a month or two at a time. So I had a great time.
That much?
I actually had a lot of fun this weekend. You could tell, like, the base game is there, you know? Like, the graphics and the ambiance and everything else. They just need to work on some systems, and we need to see how endgame plays out. But they definitely have to make a lot of adjustments to some stuff. But overall, just like, yeah, the combat and stuff, it was fun. Like, when I went to bed and I woke up in the morning, I just wanted to play some more. I wanted to try some more. I wanted to experiment with some more stuff. I wanted to try to make some more builds. Yeah, just hope that the end game is not lackluster and it does have that replayability that we seek in ARPGs.
Absolutely. Maybe?
Yeah, had a great time as well. I think one thing that really stood out to me was just how good the campaign is. I've been waiting for a good Diablo campaign and a story that I'm involved in. I know it doesn't mean that much to everyone, but I've watched the some of those early cinematics in the church like 8 times during the weekend, just because every time I get there on a new character, sure, I'll watch it because I enjoy it.
They're so good.
Whatever, yeah. Like, it's the same thing with Diablo 2, right? Whenever I go through Diablo 2, I'll watch every video again every time, even though it's like 20 years later. It's part of the game, and I really like that they made something good there. So that's nice. I think the depth of the game seems to be better than I thought it would be, at least from a character customization point of view. Endgame, we'll see.
So for me, as somebody who like despises Diablo 3, I give it a 1 out of 10 of the frame iteration, mostly because I loved it so much at launch, so it just feels like almost a betrayal of what it was. I always go into new games with no expectations. That's actually a lie, because I went into the hope of having a mood only, and I obviously got disappointed there. But I had a great time. I go in with no expectations, and I had a really good time. It was just really, really enjoyable to play. A lot of the skills felt really crunchy. I'll like probably never forget the time where I first used penetrating shot with, I just found like a new legendary that made it split off. and I did whatever the purple imbuement was called, and everything exploded, and I was like, oh, that is a good feeling, and I knew I was gonna have fun with this game. So as long as they, at least for me, can nail itemization, I can see myself easily playing every single launch. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, expectations is everything. If you're expecting this to be like a rival to like PoE and complexity and stuff, you're gonna have a rough time. But because that's not what it is. It's more of a hack and slash.
Yeah, I don't know why people just keep on trying to turn Diablo into PoE. Because just like PoE does PoE better than Diablo's ever gonna do it. Totally different demographics. That's probably you guys probably saw it in your chat because you're into PoE players. Everyone's just trying to turn Diablo 4 into PoE.
Right.
There's PoE 2 coming out, so if you want to play PoE, you can play that. Let Diablo do its own thing.
Absolutely. For sure.
How long do you think it's going to take before we get to endgame and where it starts to feel stale?
I think getting to endgame on the first character, I'm completely guessing because people said like the level 25 thing was faster than normal. So if that is true, I would expect between 20 to 30 hours to get to the endgame, maybe 40. Obviously depends on your speed, but that's like, I would expect that I'd be taking around like 20 hours.
I think 20 is probably. I think 30 if you're not skipping cutscenes.
Yeah.
You know, because like that's gonna play a lot into it. Like, are you watching everything? Are you listening to everything? Are you skipping or that'll actually take. So, yeah.
Really, 20 hours to get to endgame?
Yeah.
I mean, the campaign is set to be like 30, 40.
Is it
35,
falls, man?
I think
Fucking
it's set to
falling.
be. So if you're going through
Ticket.
30 or 20, that's fast. Because you're still going through the campaign.
Yeah.
Because-
35 though, does sound like I'm doing every side quest kind of thing.
Right. Are you all starting softcore or are you playing hardcore?
I'm starting hardcore.
Oh yeah, for sure. So maybe a little longer than 20 or 30 hours then, right? Because I'm sure we're gonna get some curveballs in there.
It does not strike me as a super hardcore friendly game, I
Right.
would say.
There's definitely, I think it's, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the stun locks from either freezes or the chain, like Dad Mods got fucking wrecked by the Revenant slurp or whatever, where you're incapacitated. I feel like those stuns are gonna be the biggest killers in this fucking game. Either the freeze or just the overhead stuns from like the goat dudes. Big killers.
I have like unstoppable and like 2 or 3 skills in hardcore.
Yeah, but like, you can't really depend on them too. There's also an internal cooldown for unstoppable, I think.
Yeah. That's probably your biggest safety check though.
Yeah. That's also why I kind of hate, as a hardcore player, I hate the scaling, right? Because on hardcore, a solid strat is often over-level the content. Take your time, be careful, especially if you're doing it for the first time. It's like, well, now it's gonna catch up with me no matter what. I can't escape.
Okay, question here says, did you play on Torment 2?
Yeah, of course.
Then play on Torment 1. There you go, solved. I'm serious. I'm actually serious. Because the people who are saying like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't play, I can't progress, it's too hard, especially for hardcore, it's 20% more XP. If you're killing faster, you're getting 20% XP back. So like, Torment 1, don't be an elitist or an idiot. Just scale it down if it's that hard.
Dude, okay, can I say something real quick? I know you guys want to wrap up I just really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I posted the video of me face tanking the butcher, right? Like the second time I saw him. And I face tanked the butcher, and he's wrecking me, he's almost one-shot me, and I end up finally killing him, right? And then somebody on Twitter, some fucking streamer, like, posted a response of them, like, they're like, oh, you look pretty squishy, bud. Anyway, this is how this is how a real guy does it. And he says, like, on his barb doing it. And then I didn't hear, I was like, oh, what the fuck, man? Anyway, somebody posted, like, he was playing on the World Tier 1 difficulty. He wasn't playing on the fucking Veteran one. And somebody noticed that, because, it has the 1 or the 2 up in the top, right? Yeah. So it turns out, like, someone's like, you were playing on the new setting, bro.
How about hardcore? What do you guys do about Source having, like, one of the only cheat deaths in the game?
I hate
It seems like Source is going to be like the go-to starter character for hardcore, at least for the initial start, right? To like farm your gear and stuff, maybe. It's kind of like Diablo 2, right? Everyone starts Source, farms your gear, gets some base items, and re-rolls.
I really hate the cheat death mechanics because what it ends up doing is it kills all of hardcore. That's what it does in D3. However, with Diablo 4 having logout macro through the cheat, no, what's it called? Scroll of escape. I think that's a really good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Where you can click your scroll of escape, you're instantly gone, and apparently, if you disconnect, a scroll of escape is instantly used for you.
Oh really?
Really?
That's what people have been saying.
Wow.
If that is true, that is a very good way to do it.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't trust that unless you have video proof. Because like, yeah, anytime anyone else is disconnected, like my buddy Anthony, who I was playing with, he had scrolls of escape. I know he did because like I showed him like how to customize to bind it onto the wheel, and he fucking got disconnected a couple times, and his character just stood there and was getting hit the whole fucking time.
Oh, that's
So,
not good.
yeah.
A dev said that was gonna happen.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I wouldn't trust that fucking shit. Put it on your wheel.
I wouldn't
And,
trust it either.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in theory, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
At least.
In theory, you fucking rip hardcore character.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we'll see. That was pretty fun though. I enjoyed that. We actually
One more
got
thing.
quite a lot over too. Huh?
Wait, can the devs put in a basic glue filter too, please? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just filter out like white or blue. That would be nice.
Yeah, just put in the last epoch filter, like where you just open a menu and just collect what affix you want to change. Like even like I don't know if you guys felt it when you were speed farming dungeons, I would get more than one inventory full of stuff just with dead stats, and I'm just like, okay, I just want the materials.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, once your character got progressed, I was like, oh, I only want certain affix stuff to get upgrades.
Right.
I want like a better loot filter.
Yeah,
Here's another thing they could do. Show the item sets when you hover over them on the ground, so you don't even have to put them in your inventory.
Absolutely.
They have like a basic one right now where you disable like white and blue. That meant for filtering attributes on like yellows and legendaries and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want just like, oh, just turn off. Who's picking up blues and whites anyways when you're speed farming? I was picking up rares, you know?
Well, I feel the
far
thing
away.
that does suck is the whites and blues. There's literally no
Bit
way to
far
make
away.
those items useful, and they're only vendor trash. They're good vendor trash. They still sell for a lot of gold, but yeah, there's no way to augment them into, well, at least for now. Hopefully, there's more for crafting. There's more vendors that can do stuff like that in this town or in this
So
circle.
that's in my opinion the fix for rune words. Because in my opinion the problem with rune words is that they kind of just become build your own or build the exact same unique as everybody else, and they just end up being unique shards, basically the same as path-based card-based runes. And they don't end up being that exciting really. Like they're obviously always got very powerful items like Enigma, but your Enigma looks the same as my Enigma. What makes that different is more interesting base types. Like what if you have, like for example, Diablo 2 with the way staves work, there are a lot more interesting rune words. Like your leaf won't be the same as my leaf, right? So that is what I would like to see them do with rune words when they do actually put them in.
Do you know if they're putting them in?
Yes, they were gonna have rune words. It was gonna be a kind of basic system that I think would have still been okay for the game. Just shouldn't have been called rune words. And they said they were taking rune words out of the game because they got a lot of backlash on it, and they're gonna put it in later when they've been able to make a better version.
Basically, it's because they don't want to change what people expect. Like, people expect a rune word to be a certain thing, so whenever they put something called rune words into it, it'll function similarly to that. So they didn't have a system that did that, so that's why they scrapped it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I personally didn't like rune words because I felt like they were really strong, almost like set pieces. Because everyone's like, well, because you know, in Diablo 2, a lot of people had like the same fucking 3 rune words that they were rocking all the time, and it kind of, I mean, you know, finding a better base.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so unique. It just becomes a little bit homogenized.
Right.
With 3 strong. So I see that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I think bases could make it very interesting, like special bases.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's wrap it up there. We'll have everybody do a little shout out at the end. So Keisha, where can people find more of your content and your glorious mustache?
So Quisha on everything. That's it. Just Quisha. Yeah, it's easy. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch.
That much.
Yeah, same thing. There's that mods everywhere. Besides on Instagram, someone stole my name and they try to sell it to me for money, so I'm just a real mod on Instagram. And I never post there, so don't even follow me on Instagram.
That's fair.
But you can follow me on Twitter and Twitch.
Noogie?
Noogie on everywhere, except also Instagram. I'm just real Noogie, but again, I don't post there
How do we
either.
know? How do we know they were real?
Because I told you so.
That's fair. Alright, same for me. I'm just Zizarin on everything. Hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast, and I hope everybody listening has an amazing time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
It's alright. We'll upload that. We're still live, but yeah, that was it. I hope you guys have fun. That was great.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Fun talking to you boys about this. I'm looking forward. What time does it go live tomorrow? You know?
4 p.m. UK time. It's 8 now, so 4 hours before now tomorrow.
Right.
Okay. So 20 hours from now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
They posted that news blog today where they basically said pretty much don't expect to play tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, man.
they said it's gonna be bad tomorrow. That's pretty
There's
much
no
what they
way.
said, yeah.
And any streamer that gets in is gonna get harassed. It's like, oh, must be nice fucking streamer queue. It's gonna be rough, dude.
How are you playing right now, first time chatter, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be fucking brutal.
I mean, I think my channel will just have a lot of rogue gameplay.
I am actually just going to replay my VOD from last weekend.
I'm just gonna act like I'm playing on a controller, sitting back with a Switch back here. Like, yeah.
That's funny.
Alright.
What are you guys playing right now?
now?
You're playing Wilson? What are you all playing right now? I'm curious.
Oh, I've been playing Wilson. Yeah.
I'm playing.
That's all right.
Alright, nice.
Yeah, I've been mixing up. I played the Diablo 3 season last
Right.
Epoch, and then I was thinking about playing Wolcen, but I played it actually somewhat recently, like a year ago, and they did the big update, and somehow it felt like it got worse than the original launch. I don't know if I want to try it again.
Anyway,
I'll do my raids in Lost Ark though.
It's really interesting because I was just gonna try Wilson as a meme for like half a day.
it's fun, dude. I liked it more than last Epoch, personally.
That's fair. For me, Wilson has the best ARPG campaign I've ever seen.
It's really good.
Not even close. I think D4 will be better, but like it's just such a buggy mess that I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But the campaign is like, wow, insane. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, you boys have a good one. Thank you for having me on.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, boys.
Bye.
Nice talking to you guys. Later.
New challenger.
Okay. Let's see here. Whoa. What was that? Okay. All right, folks. We're back. We're back doing the thing. What are we doing? We're watching this? Let me fucking kill this. All right. Leaked. Oh, it was just topics we were talking about there.
Challenger.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the alerts back on too.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. Alerts. Okay. Yeah, we were watching. Oh, was this? Oh, I almost died here like several fucking times, man. This is crazy. Still in the D4 category. Yeah, that was a fun time. Do I end up fighting the butcher again here? Yeah, these guys were nuts, man. Let's see, what does this guy have? Animus Carrier.
Round one.
What does that mean? He just has a lot of like bombs with him or what?
Alright. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what these guys have. Like increased attack of some sort? Vampiric? Oh, that's what that okay. That makes sense. It really does. It's really the only time that it really have any like aren't you collecting animals? Oh, animals. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what that was. Yeah, I'm not playing right now. This is me playing from the past. This is when I was playing this. Just kind of had this on in the background. It's kind of interesting to watch, see what kind of like items and shit we're dropping. Yeah, man, I'm excited about the game, but like I feel like there's definitely going to be some of the items, like the different variations you could do is going to be a little fucking watered down. I'm really concerned that like hopefully there's going to be more stuff out, you know? I mean, the barb felt fine. I know, like, we weren't blasting through like a lot of other people. Actually, I changed my build up a little bit too, like the last day. Actually, is this the last day? What was the last day? I started using, I think I started using Hammer of the Ancients. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it started doing a lot more damage then with Hammer of the Ancients. Also, I upgraded some of my equipment too. My clear speed was considerably faster when I started using that. Also, hey Ziz, thank you. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you for having me on the podcast, man. Always a good time, dude. I appreciate it, brother. I just had to.
All right.
Yeah. I was kind of watching in the background, watching some of the stuff. Let's see. Do you guys want to see? Yeah, Hammer of the Ancients was definitely a lot faster. Everyone, go follow my dude Zizron. If you're not already, Zizron. Thank you for being on. Yeah. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I forgot because when you post on YouTube, oh god, me dropping the F word, is that gonna mess your things up? Because I think I dropped a couple of them. I'm sorry. I forget that you like keep posting them on there. Is that gonna mess up your? Does that make it more of a pain in the ass for YouTube editing? I'm sorry, dude. Keep it out. But then I drop it. It's like anytime Sakushi's talking. Like a low percentage, but I totally forgot about that. Damn it. Cause I don't post anything for YouTube, so I always forget about that stuff. Did you find you ran out of money trying to switch specs? Not really. The specs weren't that bad. Can't say up on YouTube. I think you can. I mean, you can, but it has something to do with advertising or some shit. I don't know. Where were we that like? So yeah, I changed to Hammer of the Ancients because I found gloves that had
Oh look.
Gloves that had +2 on it. So we had a rank 7. I think we started doing a lot more damage after that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing a lot more with it.
Good.
Okay, you know what? Another thing about Diablo 4. Another thing about Diablo 4 that I really wish they would do, and it seemed to be really easy. Okay, check it out. If you're following me here, if you're going to use an ability that uses your primary resource and you don't have enough resource for it, your character shouldn't stand there like a fucking asshole, and it should automatically do your basic attack instead on your right mouse button. Why the fuck didn't they do that? Because you go up, you're like, okay, I'm not sure how much resource, because you know, you have items that like reduce the amount of resource that you know is necessary for it. If it's not available, and your character's just fucking standing there. That happened a lot, especially on Barb. I don't know why they don't have this quality.
All right, you have to press 2.
I think I should mention it here. Run out of fury, because sometimes you can't tell if you have enough fury to do a certain task. Instead of it not casting, you know, the ability that or whatever your resource is, it should just fucking cast your, you know, your fucking basic attack. Why didn't they do that? See? And I okay, yeah. Anyway. Called it. Well, it's because my character was standing there not doing anything, and I know that I was trying to hit the right mouse button. I wasn't doing anything. Pre-watch? I didn't pre-watch this. It's a fucking like 30-hour VOD. Never mind. It's like 12 hours. This is the final day. It was right before the servers went down. Hey man, do you think Team 4 will have any skill involved, or will it be who has the better items? I think that's a silly question. Hold on, we're just gonna play music in the background. There we go. See those stuns right there? Those stuns are insane, man. These guys are actually cracked. These guys were crazy. You would just get chain stun locked by these guys. My man, it's not League, it's an RPG. What? How would you work on other classes like Sork, for example? The tune would run up to mobs for melee. I don't know, dude. Maybe it's fucking. What the fuck is their basic attack? I didn't fucking play a Sork. Do you like use a wand or something? Whatever the other ability is, they just cast it. I don't know. Yeah, they have basic spells. They just cast the fucking basic spell. Alright. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. HHN Rip, thank you both for the 55 months. Trusty with that 2 months as well. Thank you, welcome back. There was one of these points that we saw a goblin and the butcher. It was right before Anthony logged off, I think. Is he here with me here? I don't think he... I'd see him in the party otherwise. Oh, here he is. Let me see. Butcher and Goblin. Where is it? Oh, shit. Okay, he left the party there. Oh, it might have been here. Let me back it up just a little bit. Oh, yeah, it is right here. We find the Goblin. We find the Goblin and the fucking Butcher. This is a little bit farther east here. Oh, there. Oh. Let me get out of the way here. Treasure Goblin and Butcher. Oh, yeah, there's the Goblin. Treasure Goblin here. Oh, shit. Kill the Goblin first. Kill this fucking other blighter dude first.
Look at those little aggro mods.
So I was just pretty much playing tank here, and Anthony was dishing out fucking insane damage. Although I should have probably picked up challenging shot. Oh yeah, the Butcher bugged out here. He used some invulnerability, and then he just stopped attacking him. I don't know. Spit out a unique, goddammit. Where's that unique at, baby? Yeah, we got fucked on the unique. Didn't happen. That's unfortunate. All right, anyway. What about that RNG though? Treasure Goblin right next to a Butcher? I feel like Goblins and Butcher spawn together a bit. That was the only time I saw that, and it was the only time I ever heard that happening. But, I don't know. Some people didn't see the Butcher at all. I didn't see him at all the first entire day, I think, of playing. Skip that. Let's get a banger out of here. Some gun hag? Hell yeah. Anyway, I think we're gonna pop back into something else. Diablo 4's, I guess it's 20 hours. You can set your clock to what time's that gonna be tomorrow for us? 20 hours. It's gonna be noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the U.S. East, so it'll be at noon. Yeah, 12 Eastern Standard. Okay, cool. You gonna start with Necro tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, do they have a schedule? Like, where the fuck is the schedule for the world bosses? Because I got prepared and had, like, the stats to fucking tank the motherfucking world boss. And then by the third spawn, I went out there and it was just one rogue, one mage, and then myself and Anthony. That was it. They fixed the time for world boss this week. Yeah, they fixed it. The Pestilent, 10 times, really. I mean, I'll try to get in. There's going to be a lot of people in there. It's not just going to be a bunch of double downers. Okay, you're going to have every Tom, Dick, Harry, and Sally up in there. Okay, every Mortimer, every Julia, every Greg. Servers are gonna be fucked, man. Gotta play hardcore always. Everyone, you know, I understand people want, you know, some people want to progress the story, softcore, and all that stuff. But I'm gonna be doing hardcore. I'm probably going to die, fucking halfway through. There's gonna be a boss fight that I'm not gonna be able to handle probably. But if we find enough scrolls of escape. They're actually really strong. If anyone didn't get the opportunity to use one, if you bind it to your wheel, I just bound it to the top one on the wheel. So like as soon as you hit the wheel and mouse up and click on it, your character is boop, instantly ports out. So as long as you don't get one shot. I wonder, can you do it while you're stunned? Not sure. Probably not. The wheel probably won't even come up if you're stunned. Or maybe it'll queue it up for once you exit the stun. Igor probably has some scrolls of escape in his treasure chest. He probably does.
His torpedo looks crazy. Like the recovery from it is pretty short.
New challenger.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Honda's out here just killing kids. Wait, that couple behind them is just dancing to, like, murder.
That's stupid.
What is wrong with the Street Fighter world?
Street Fighter. Fucking don't make any sense.
They're still dancing. And we all know Honda really won that.
Yep. Obviously.
4 more trailers, chat. Where do we go from here? Let's start with this one. Project M. I think that's real, chat.
Project M is one of NCSoft's most ambitious projects to date. What would it mean to you if the world was comprised of informational particles instead of physical particles? Oh, I got a little ahead of myself. I am TJ Kemp from NCSoft. Welcome to Project M. How would the fabric of simulated reality change our perceived world if we could tamper with the arrangement of those particles? This very idea is what sparked Project M.
What?
The informational particles that shape Project M's world can transform reality based on your choices. And each choice you make will change your experience. The information that exists in the present reality determines how the world will unfold.
So you're saying it's a video game?
Value every encounter and every moment. These will be essential in the world of Project M. This is where our journey ends for now. I look
Project
forward
M.
to seeing you all again soon.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong card to see. Alright.
Okay. That was weird. That was a weird thing. I don't really have anything of value to say apart from that was just weird.
Ah, yeah. Another beautiful day in paradise. The sun is shining, the whatever those things are flying, and my ship, the Mirage Trois, is ready to set sail for its maiden voyage. Who's excited?
Ready and excited.
Seriously, anyone other than the robot?
Not likely.
Alright, whatever. Enough vitamin me. Yo, DJ! Do this! The DJ thing!
How unwarranted.
Wait, so who gets a swimsuit? Everyone?
On its own self, like it feels like it fits to another game. That's all. I thought you were an artiste, man. I don't know what the fuck a woodblock print is. You talking about where somebody like scrapes something and then like stamps it like a print screen or something with a wood block?
New challenger.
Yeah, the rest was great. A print made out of a block of wood. Okay. Well, I don't think those look like that, so I disagree. All right, what are we gonna fucking play today? I can't play Resident Evil 4 because I'm not a streamer. Dude, there's like fucking so many people playing Resident Evil 4 right now. Is he incorporated? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of this category. Can't someone do toolbar D3 add-on mod? They're not gonna be doing any modding for this. There's no modding for D3. There's no modding for Path of Exile. There's not going to be any modding for Diablo 4. I think, you know, the modding in World of Warcraft is probably because they, you know, one of the few exceptions, I think. Yeah, there's not going to be any modding. Dude, we could play some League of Legends. We could. What time is it? 13. Hey, what time do we have that thing, band party? Like an hour or something like that? New champion? Oh, new champion League of Legends? Okay. Well, we're gonna play Deceive Incorporated, but I think we're going to... We'll fire some League of Legends. Fuck it, man.
Oh, man.
What the fuck is this? Oh.
Alright, nice.
Sorry, I found this old clip. It was a clip on Andy Milanakis, and myself and Band Party are back here catching Pokemon, and we ended up on this fucking stream. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude? Band Party's like, I hate this motherfucker. I'm fucking like, damn, I needed a shave. All right, cool. League of Legends it is. Let's go. Who's just a league? Hey, you need to get over that you don't understand what fucking League of Legends is, okay? It's PvP. Get to fight against other players. Kick that ass. Weirdly, that was the second time that has happened to me. Strange. Yeah, you said that happened to you at another convention, right? Okay, apparently I'm installing this at 1.1 kilobyte a second. Okay. Weird. I think we're okay. It's at that PAX East that we met. Oh, okay. Very nice. Good. Fairy Queen Karma. So who's the new character then? Is there a new character? Let's do ranked right out the gate. Should we fill? Are we big filling? Where's Big Phil at? Milio. Where's Big Phil at? I know we got Big Phil in there somewhere.
25-year subscriber to both Playboy and the New Yorker.
No, that's not it.
Girl, I know you aren't.
Okay, that's not it either. I don't know where that meme is. It's somewhere in there. The Big Phil meme. $100. It puts us in jungle. Puts us in jungle, absolutely. Did I change those categories? No, let me see. Of Legend.
Big Phil.
That's right. Big Phil. Dude, he said that really fast. Hey, half-ass, thank you for the 25 months, my friend. Appreciate that. It's gonna put us in the jungle for sure.
Alright,
We can play whatever we want. Girl, I know you lying. That guy's funny. break out the Amumu. Amumu. Olaf. The old Olaf. Okay. Wait, Blitzcrank can jungle now, right? I mean, he could always jungle, but you needed a really hard leash at the beginning. Dude, the jungle gangs with Blitz jungle are nasty. Oh, bottom. How about that? Brutally Vogue called it. So yeah, I think it's probably gonna play Bane or Jinx probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, okie dokie, thank you. Arbiter Games LLC, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Thoughts on Dr. Disrespect game? I don't know, I haven't played it. Let's ban Fresh. Yeah. Easy ban. Why the Tom Kench bans? Did somebody play that in LCS recently? Bunch of fucking parrot copycats? Alright. Caitlyn? Should I play Jinx instead? She kind of beats me on range a little bit. Ugh.
Alright.
RJ had Trist. Oh, she banned Trist. I'll play Jinx instead then. Zombie Slayer. Oh, cool. We're gonna have a Janna mid. Nice. What are you doing, Igor? What are you doing, buddy? That's sweet boy. He's got a bath this morning. What do we want? We want Star Guardian. We want the elf. We want. Oh, I like Auto Tokens actually. She's nice. Igor bathes more than Asshole. Well, you don't know how often he bathes. Ready for season 2? Oh right, when's that coming out? Dude, Arcane was great. Wow, the animation was so good. You know, it almost looked like the studio that did Arcane. It
Nice.
almost looked
Did you
like
see
that
that?
same studio did something from
Didn't
Love,
even
Death,
see.
and Robots.
Check this.
It's
That's
like
how you
that.
do it.
Dude, some of the animation stuff in Love, Death, and Robots was like the best, like some of the best CG I've seen, like, period. In terms of like, you know, fully animated, like, stories or whatever. Motion picture. Early 2024. Alright, what do we start with? Cull, maybe? Cull might be a little... Will it be worth it? Will it be too late? I kind of just want to get something I can build in something else for now. Yeah, let's just do that. Right. The Witness episode from Love and Death and Robots was really similar to Arcane's. The Witness. I'm trying to think, which one was that? I think I saw all of them, but I don't remember which one that one was.
Round one. Fight.
Dude, the one episode, Bad Traveling. Oh, so good, man. Really good. Worth it. Dude, this guy's getting wrecked over here, man. They keep that pressure on Dolkaz. He's taking a lot of hits.
All right. Nice. Okay, cool.
Okay. Thanks, Soraka.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, do the control click.
Oh
You got one of them fucking heals? Soraka? What level are you? There we go. Nice.
That wasn't interesting.
Blur Studios? Really? There's so many of them. They were so good. What the fuck is he doing?
Nice.
He's like, why did my PC, boy? Where are you, bro? Should be gone the whole time.
All right.
What are you doing?
Word up, homie.
What is that? Oh shit. You gonna die from red ball? Okay. Yoink. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, we got a pretty good start so far, I think. Hey, but Arbor Games, thank you. Okie dokie, Captain Jack Flash, Joel Bowl, Lemon Go Go, thank you also for the 60 months. Appreciate that. Word up, homie. Hey, my friend. How are you doing? Yeah, buddy. Where is Caitlin over? Probably went back after clearing. Oh my God. Dude, I really don't plan on playing Counter-Strike again anytime soon, dude. That game's still just as trash as it used to be. Valorant's not any better. I just hate the fucking shooting in those games, man. Really do. I'm not playing it again, man. I tried playing it at the beginning of the stream. It was just not worth it. Who thinks your text on my lane, you dickhead? Oh.
Nice.
Get a double kill real quick. Yeah, you guys do that. I'm gonna do this.
Oh man. Oh, good.
Oh, he's still up. Nice. Would have been a waste of time me going there anyway.
Alright, nice.
Good money. Good money and then kills. Source 2 remake Half-Life 2 episode 1 and 2. Yeah, it would be cool. Ever hear about Splitgate? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Unreal Portal 3, baby. Yeah. I remember. Only I. Didn't it kind of feel like Halo too? Halo as well. I'm never a big fan of the Halo. Oh, he saw it.
Nice. Oh, beam. All right. That's enough. Should do it. All right. All right. Maybe I could have done something there. Look.
I counted 6 bounties.
Unnecessary loss. To be honest. Yeah. I never used that move. Should. Anyway. Oh no.
I'm supposed to go for the braziers. You know what? Never. It's impossible. Literally impossible.
Oh, B. Nice. Ooh.
Who the fuck is gonna stop this ghost?
Alright. So next time. Thanks, guys.